Yeah. See here, children. Let us start today's class. So today we are just learning the another part of dimensions. Using, we can say this is one application of a dimension only. So what is that? Expressing or establishing the relation. Okay. Establishing relation among physical quantities, among various physical quantities, establishing relation among various physical quantities. So this is we are going to learn today. So how shall we do this one? Okay, so children, listen. Sometimes you will be wondering about, like, sir, you will be writing a formula, right? How we get that formula, sir, exactly? Okay, is there any way I can just have that formula? Is there any way that I can have that formula? Okay? Slowly you will get adjusted. Slowly you will get adjusted. Please listen. Take an example here. Time period of a simple pendulum. I would like to discuss about time period of simple pendulum. See here, the formula for time period of simple pendulum T is 2 pi root L by G. So in this, what are the terms taken in that formula are here? L is nothing but length of pendulum. Okay, L is nothing but length of simple pendulum, or you can say length of pendulum. And G is your acceleration due to gravity. And at the same time, T, we are just having that formula, right? So T is equals to time period. So now we will just write down this formula T equals to 2 pi root L by G using our dimensions thing. So that is this we are learning here, establishing relation among various physical quantities. What happened? So this time period formula we are going to derive using our dimensions. So there is one process you have to follow to express this one. So let me consider the problem as like this. Okay, example, establish the relationship between time period of simple pendulum and directly what I can say, length of simple pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. And here in this process definitely there should be 3 physical quantities to be considered. Okay na? So for an amount of 3 physical quantities we can consider this process here. So I am just taking any one arbitrary physical constant. Let me say that is pressure. Okay na? So time period should be expressed in terms of length, acceleration due to gravity, and pressure P. So in terms of these 3 physical quantities, we need to express the time period, so that after doing the entire process, we will get a formula. Based on that, we can just say that time period depends so physical quantities in this manner. So for this, you have to write it like this. Let's see here. Time period. Okay. Time period we are going to calculate is proportional to. Time period is proportional to. It means it is going to be dependent on, first one I am taking length L whole power A. I don't know the dimension of this one. L whole power A. I don't know the dimension. Into acceleration due to gravity. and I don't know the dimension for this also, B, and into pressure whole power C. Sir, why you have written like this, sir? Why you have written like this? See, the basic reason behind this one writing is, see here, already you might have learned the formula, right? Example, let me say force. If you take any physical quantity, if you take force F, for this dimensional formula you have written. How you have written? First you have taken the unit of this force, that is kilogram meter per second square, and for this we have written the dimensional formula as kilograms of mass, right? M1 meter, that is L1 per second square. So time, it is going to be inverse, T power minus 2. Now you see here, you have expressed this force F in the form of a dimensional formula, that too in terms of mass, length and time. Mass, length and time. Now you are expressing this time period T in terms of length, acceleration due to gravity and pressure P. So now see here, these are the fundamental physical quantities. Thus a derived physical quantity was expressed in terms of fundamental physical quantity. Here now one derived physical quantity is going to be expressed in terms of another derived physical quantities only. That is the only reason writing here in this way. So now the process starts. Write down time period, the dimensional formula for time period. Now we have to calculate A, B, C. If you calculate A, B, C values, done. The answer is going to be finalized. So time period. What is the dimensional formula for time period? M0, L0, T1. T1. And this is going to be proportional to, right? So proportional to length. L means length. Length का dimensional formula M0, L1, T0. And what is the power for this? Power A. Power A. And then acceleration due to gravity means acceleration only. Acceleration due to gravity means acceleration only. So therefore acceleration dimensional formula M0, L1, T minus 2. Power B. Power B. And what is the final one? Pressure. B only. Pressure. Pressure formula, force per unit area, right? Pressure formula is force per unit area. Let us write here. So pressure is equals to force by area. And what is the force dimensional formula? M1, L1, T minus 2 by area is M0, L2, T0. So just send it to the numerator. Only the L term is going to be changed. The remaining both terms are same. So therefore pressure will be now M1, L minus 1. L minus 1, and that is T minus 2 whole power C. Whole power C. Now see here children, how these are there? A power M whole power N. In mathematics we have indices, right? A power M whole power N. Then you have to multiply A power Mn. Very good. Let us do that one only now. So what? Tell me. Those all no need now. See here. So proportional to first M power 0, 0 into A, 0 only. So this is M0. L power 1, 1 into A, that is L power A. And T power 0, 0 into A, 0. T power 0. And then this one here, M power 0 into B, 0. M0. L power 1 into B, L power B. T power minus 2B, minus 2B. And then for this one here, M power C, L power minus C, T power minus 2C. Now you got all those things, right? So on the right hand side, all bases are same. You can just add powers. All bases are same. you can just add powers on the right hand side. So you are going to get it as m0 L0 T1 is proportional to like this now. M power 0, M power 0, M power C. So M power 0 plus C is going to be M power C. Next, L power A plus B minus C. L power A plus B minus C. And then T power 0 minus 2B minus 2C. Minus 2B minus 2C. So this is your dimension last finally. So now you see here, as it is proportional, I can just write equals to and can place K also as a constant. Instead proportional means how can I say both are similar only. Proportional means both are same only. So I can just bases are same, powers can be equated. Bases are same, powers can be equated. So I will get 3 equations now. How many equations I will get? 3 equations. What are they? First one is C equals to 0. On equating the powers on either side, you will get first equation C equals to 0. And second equation you will get it as A plus B minus C is equals to 0. And third equation you will get it as minus 2B minus 2C is equals to 1. Minus 2B minus 2C is equals to 1. Now see here. Substitute C equal to 0 in equation 2. Substitute C equals to 0 in equation 2. So you will get A plus B is equals to 0. Let it be 4. Let it be 4. Substitute C equal to 0 in equation 2 and equation 3. After substituting C equal to 0 in equation 3, how much you will get? This one. Minus 2B is equals to 1 and B is equals to minus 1 by 2. B is equals to minus 1 by 2. Substitute B is equals to minus 1 by 2 in equation 4. We get A is equals to plus 1 by 2. Correct? So you have all the 3 values now. A value you have, B value you have, and C value also you have. Substitute in the main equation where we have taken this one. T proportional to L power A, G power B, P power C. Let us substitute. So therefore we get T proportional to L power plus 1 by 2. Next, G power minus 1 by 2. Next, P power 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So this term can be neglected. So directly you are getting now T proportional to, see here, this is G power minus 1 by 2. So it comes to the denominator and becomes L by G, and both same powers only, 1 by 2. Both are same powers is 1 by 2. So removing this proportionality constant, T is equals to some constant K into whole power 1 by 2 means that is a square root. Root over L by G. So now how we did get here? What is the time period formula I have taken? 2 pi root L by G. Some constant into root over L by G. Finally I deduced the equation T equals to some constant into root over L by G. So using dimensions, yes, see here the last what happened, T proportional to L power plus 1 by 2 into G power minus 1 by 2 into P power 0. As this is gone, P power 0 is 1, so we can neglect this one. G power minus 1 by 2, inverse only, right? So it comes to the denominator as G power 1 by 2 and L power 1 by 2 by G power 1 by 2, both are same. So therefore L by G whole power 1 by 2. What is whole power 1 by 2? Square root of L by G. So like this we have deduced this expression. Okay now. S